morning, everyone. If you could all please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by vocalist Rose O'Brien.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Yose Marie Griffiths, the president of the great Dakota State University, and it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to our 2026 Spring Commencement Ceremony. And this includes those people who are participating online. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce some key individuals participating today. On the platform, we have, to my right, Dr. Stacy Berry, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Mary Bell, Dean of the College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Dr. Doreen Bennett, Dean of the College of Business and Information Systems, Dr. David Young, Dean of the College of Education and Human Performance. It's not in my script, so we'll have to put it in. And Dr. Mark Hawkes, Dean of Graduate Studies. And to my left, Dr. Rebecca Hoy, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, Regent Miles Beacom, representing the South Dakota Board of Regents, Regent Radri Frederick, also representing the South Dakota Board of Regents, Dr. Chris Olson, Associate Professor Emeritus, and today's commencement speaker, and in the audience, Dr. Braston Lacker, representing the DSU alumni. Our interpreter today is Julie Pallock from the South Dakota Department of Human Services. And in the front row, we have Ms. Laura Cross, DSU's registrar, and Ms. Abby Chowning, graduate enrollment counselor. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, today you're going to witness something that we haven't often had at a commencement ceremony, but graduation marks the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. For some of our students, it also marks the beginning of a life of service and leadership beyond the university. We're now going to recognize a milestone that represents not just academic achievement, but a commitment to serve something greater than oneself. I invite Emily Helgeson and Austin Kaiser to the stage. Last evening, Emily was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Armed Air Force, entering the profession of arms as an intelligence officer. Commissioning marks the moment a citizen becomes an officer, entrusted with the leadership, responsibility, and authority to defend our nation. Lieutenant Helgeson was commissioned through the Air Force ROTC Detachment 780 in Brookings, South Dakota, a program hosted at South Dakota State University and serving students from Dakota State University. During her time as a cadet, she was part of a tradition dedicated to developing leaders of characters for service in the United States Air Force and United States Space Force. Today, Emily is graduating from Dakota State University's Cyber Leadership and Intelligence program and her path reflects both academic excellence and a clear sense of purpose. Reflecting on her time in the program, Lieutenant Colonel Gary Priest, Professor of Aerospace Studies at SDSU, had this to say: "Emily will never be the loudest voice in the room, but you would be foolish to judge her as timid. Her superpower is a deep sense of awareness of both herself and others around her, combined with a relentless intellect. While others are stealing all the attention with their big personalities or their frenetic energy, Emily is the one quietly building real relationships, putting service before self, and striving to solve the unsolvable. Any team would be privileged to have her." Emily stated this about her experience: "I joined Air Force ROTC for the scholarship, but I stayed for what I found in myself as a cadet, in others as my flight mates, and in the Air Force itself. The person I am today is a stark contrast to who I was 4 years ago, and that is due in large part to the challenges, wins, stress, and joy involved in being a cadet. I am extremely excited for the next chapter in active duty, and I look forward most to continuing my education, meeting exceptional people, and contributing to something that I am proud to be a part of." Now, there's a long-standing military tradition known as the first salute. Upon commissioning, a newly minted officer receives their first salute from an enlisted service member, symbolizing the mutual respect between those who lead and those who execute the mission. While Lieutenant Helgeson received her first salute last night, today she will render her second salute here at Dakota State University in front of this community that shaped her journey. Joining her on stage is Specialist Austin Kaiser of the South Dakota National Guard, who is also graduating today with a Bachelor of Science degree. Austin will soon attend Officer Candidate School and continue his own path of service as a future cyber operations officer in the U.S. Army. This moment reflects not only individual achievement, but the shared commitment to service that defines both of these graduates. You may now move to the salute. Really is something quite special. I'd like to congratulate each of you who are graduating today. We're gathered here to celebrate your success in achieving this admirable milestone in your life and career, a Dakota State University degree. I have always loved the Isaac Newton quote: "If I see further, it's by standing on the shoulders of giants." Well, we're all standing on the shoulders of giants in this field house today. The giants who had the vision to establish this institution that's now named Dakota State University, as well as those who've sustained the university over the years. The giants of our families and friends who've made choices and provided loving support day by day throughout our lives, and the giants of this Madison community, this state, and this country. Graduates, please stand up, turn around, and join me in thanking your families and friends for their contribution to your success today. Okay, well, now please join me in welcoming Dr. Chris Olson as our commencement speaker. Dr. Olson earned his BS and MS in Information Systems from Dakota State University and later completed his PhD from North Central University. He began teaching at DSU in 2005 and joined the full-time faculty as an instructor in 2006. He was promoted to assistant professor in 2013 and to associate professor with tenure in 2017. Throughout his career, he's held several leadership roles, including department chair for computer science and game design, coordinator of Computer Information Systems, and coordinator of the Masters of Science in Cyber Defense program. He was also a dedicated advocate for accessibility in higher education, working to expand opportunities and support students with disabilities. Dr. Olson just recently retired and now holds the title of Emeritus Faculty. Welcome, Dr. Olson.
How about now? Last time. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay? Excellent. Packed house in here today. Glad I brought my own chair, so I have a place to sit. Excellent. As you can see, things don't always go as planned. Plan A doesn't always work out, so you have to keep at it a little bit. In honor of my fandom of Ted Lasso and the fact that Dr. Griffiths is from Richmond, I'd like to say Mercy Buckets for the wonderful introduction and for her great leadership over the last 10 years. So, distinguished guests, administrators, faculty colleagues, proud families, but most importantly, the people who actually did the work and are graduating today. I have a long history with DSU. Almost 49 years ago, I was actually born on campus, a few blocks south of here, and what was the old hospital is now the Courtyard Residence Hall. And 25 years ago, for the spring 2001 commencement, I was supposed to walk across the stage and receive my diploma from this wonderful university. Instead of that, I was waking up from a coma in a hospital room in Sioux Falls, learning that I'd been airlifted there after a serious car accident and was told that I would probably never walk again. The accident occurred on Friday, April 13th, 2001, about 3 weeks before their commencement that year. When I was finally coherent enough to realize what had happened to me, I learned the many ways that my life would never be the same. Besides shattering my 5th cervical vertebrae and bruising my spinal cord, which caused paralysis below my shoulders and upper arms, I learned that the woman that I had planned to spend my life with did not survive the accident. Her name was Tana. She was an education major. There is a memorial tree planted in her honor on the north side of the Kennedy Center. It's blooming right now. It is beautiful. Losing her was far worse than any aspect of my injury. It was the most unkindest cut of all. After the accident, I didn't have a plan for my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. Somewhere along the way, I was in hospitals for 4.5 months before I came home. I decided maybe I could become a professor. Despite a major concussion, I felt that my mind still works. My odd sense of humor and my unwavering commitment to watching the Vikings let me down every season may lead some people to question my sanity, but I think it's still mostly intact. 9 months after the accident, I started my journey on what was next. I started taking classes online to work on a master's degree through DSU. Once I realized I could still use a computer, I had plastic sticks that were typed in my hand, and I type on my keyboard, I get about 30 words per minute. I realized that I could still use technology to enhance my life and hopefully get my degree. After a few years of, I did earn my graduate degree, and I was offered an opportunity to teach a few online classes kind of as a trial basis to see if I could do it. I must have done a decent job. After that first year, I was hired full-time, and I was rewarded by having my choice of the best parking spots all over campus. After a few years to be the best full-time instructor I could be, I decided to go back and work on my PhD online. I typed my 127-page dissertation with my 2 plastic sticks. I was happy for the promotions along the way and being granted tenure, but my true passion was always watching students succeed and helping them. There was a few times where I was even known to assist with programming assignments when I would run into students out in the wild at one of the finer establishments downtown. So office hours have many forms, and I was happy to help students wherever they were. So here's what my journey taught me and the advice I will leave you with today. Fake it until you make it can be a real strategy when facing adversity and sadness. A friend who knew me before paralysis asked me a few years after the accident, he said, "How do you get up every morning and put a smile on your face?" All right? Without hesitation, I looked at him and said, "It's easy. People like me better that way." And I would have missed out on meeting a lot of wonderful people if I would have isolated myself in despair and sadness. So, find purpose in your life. One of mine was derived from my dependence on others for everything. I can't get dressed, get out of bed, shower, eat, and many, many other aspects of living without depending on others for that. When students depended on me for a good course, returning their emails, providing timely and detailed feedback, or just believing in them when they were frustrated and not sure they could do it, that was motivation for me and gave me a huge sense of self-worth that I was dependent on others, but the students were dependent on me. So that was a wonderful way for me to find purpose, and you should find people or situations who need whatever you're capable of providing. So finally, be resilient. Do not dwell on your limitations, but instead embrace and appreciate what you do have. Strive to overcome obstacles instead of allowing them to become permanent roadblocks. And my life didn't end. It was redirected to a different level with new challenges and a significantly higher degree of difficulty. A personal rule of mine is to take care of those who take care of you. A major aspect of that for me is showing gratitude for all the people that I've depended on in my life. My parents raised me twice, once in the traditional sense, and then again when I became a quadriplegic in my early 20s. My mother selflessly cared for me every morning and night for 15 years, and I wouldn't be here without that. So on this Mother's Day Eve, I'd like to wish her a happy Mother's Day. The same goes for my wonderful and beautiful super wife, who knows a thing or two about overcoming adversity. Her first husband died 2 days before her 30th birthday in a plane crash in Sioux Falls in 2011. So she had to overcome some adversity herself, but we've been married almost 10 years now, and I can honestly say that my life is happier now than I ever thought possible. And I did outkick my coverage, definitely, and that was figuratively, of course. So I was given a second chance at life with the support of my family, friends, and all my wonderful DSU colleagues. I have done my best to make the most of it. Now it's your turn. You earned the degree you're receiving today. You may have had to overcome doubt, health issues, injuries, relationship woes, familial tragedies, high gas prices, which is why I drive electric, or other hardships you kept hidden from others but still had to deal with. But you showed up anyway, you finished, that's what matters. So go out and find purpose, teach students, serve others, manage a business or a database, protect a network or a website, build something, offer solutions instead of trying to blame others, and always don't forget to take care of those who take care of you. Thank you for allowing me to share my message with you today, graduates. Congratulations and best of luck on whatever comes next.
Thank you, Chris, for sharing your inspiring experience with our graduates and their families. And I have to say that Chris has been an inspiration to every generation of students that he's worked with, to his colleague, faculty members, to the staff at this institution. And he has continuously offered his service in the area of accessibility to every academic institution in this state and beyond. And so thank you, really, very much. You can imagine when I had to think about who might we introduce, who might we bring on as a commencement speaker when Chris announced that he had finally decided to actually retire, that he would be the best person to bring up here to share his story with you. It's a remarkable story, and the fact that he has continued to be able to teach and consult and engage with all of us here. We thank you very, very much for that, Chris. Now, our commencement ceremony includes a member of the graduating class offering a few words on behalf of the graduates. The spring class of 2026 speaker is Austin Joseph Kaiser. Austin is graduating, you've met him before, with a Bachelor of Science in Cyber Operations and a minor in Digital Forensics. Originally from Fulton, South Dakota, he attended Fulton High School before continuing his education at DSU. During his time at DSU, Austin focused on personal growth, esports, entrepreneurship, and innovation. He competed in school hackathons, created and released a music album, and founded KeyStack Development, a software company dedicated to saving people time and improving their lives through technology. Austin is especially proud of winning the most recent DSU Wildfire Labs hackathon. He also completed an internship with Black Hills Information Security and served as an adjunct faculty member teaching creative coding and computer science. Austin is passionate about helping others and inspiring people to become the best version of themselves. He hopes to lead by example and show others that great achievements are possible through faith, discipline, and perseverance. Following graduation, Austin plans to grow his company with Dakota as part of their IT team and one day become a husband and father. Welcome, Austin.
Good morning, everyone. Today is a day of celebration. It's a day to recognize all of the work, all of the late nights, the doubt, the fear, and the fact that through every challenge, we all made it here. Graduation marks the end of an important chapter in our lives. It's the closing point of an important part of our story. But as we all know, it is also the beginning of a new chapter. After all of these classes, the assignments, the tests, and deadlines, there's one question that remains. What's next? That question can feel exciting, but it can also be overwhelming for some. For years now, we have lived with the structure of school. We knew what came next. There's another test, there's another deadline, there's another exam, another semester. But now, for the first time in all of our lives, the road ahead is no longer written for us. To me, that makes this moment special. Maybe the next chapter of our lives will not be defined by having all of the right answers. Maybe it will be defined by how we choose to grow, by how we choose to change, by how we choose to move forward when the path is uncertain. Our lives are now in our hands. We are stepping into the unknown. And how we respond to that unknown is up to us. Are we going to choose comfort and familiarity? Or are we going to push ourselves towards something greater? Growth has never come from standing still. None of us got here by accident. We were here because we challenged ourselves. We took classes that tested us. We faced failure. There was stress, exhaustion, and yes, even Tom Halverson's assignments. There were plenty of moments when it would have been easier to quit, but we didn't. We kept on going. We adapted, and we grew stronger because of it. And that proves something important. Every person in this room is capable of far more than they think. So when people are asking us, what's next? Maybe the answer is not one destination. Maybe the answer is instead continuing to learn, even when nobody's grading us anymore. What's next might mean challenging ourselves. What's next might mean taking responsibility for our future and deciding for ourselves what kind of lives that we want to build. What's next might mean choosing effort over fear, discipline over excuses, and purpose over comfort. What's next might mean challenging ourselves, not because it's easy, but because it turns potential into reality. It builds confidence, it builds character. And that character matters because the moment we leave this place, life is going to begin asking us for more from us than grades ever could. The truth is, life after graduation is not always going to be fair or easy. There are going to be moments when we all feel behind. There are going to be moments when other people seem more successful, more prepared, and more certain than we are. And there are going to be moments when we question whether we are enough. And when these moments come, I hope we remember this. We are enough. We don't have to have everything figured out today at this very moment. We only have to be willing to take the next step. One step towards the life we want to build. One step towards the person we want to become. One step towards the challenge that we've been avoiding. The people around you that build meaningful lives, they're not always the one with the perfect plan. They're the ones that are more often than not willing to keep going when things get hard. They're the ones that are willing to try. They're willing to fail. They're willing to learn, adapt, change, grow. They're willing to keep moving forward. This is what the future asks of us. Not perfection or clarity, but it's the willingness to push ourselves when things are getting hard. And so as we leave this chapter of our lives behind, we shouldn't ask what's next as if it's something to fear. We should ask it as if it's an opportunity. What's next for our purpose? What's next for our dreams? What's next for our growth? And maybe most importantly, what is next for the difference that we are all capable of making? Each of us is going to answer that question differently. Some of us are going to serve others. Some of us are going to build businesses. Some are going to start careers. Some of us are going to all be figuring it out. All of these are okay. There is no correct path forward. But remember this. Whatever path we choose, we should choose it with intention and not just out of habit. We should decide who we want to be, what do we want to build, and what kind of impact that we want to make. Graduation is not proof that we are finished. It is proof that we are ready. That we are ready to learn, that we are ready to lead, that we are ready to struggle in the pursuit of something meaningful. We're ready to ask ourselves the question, what's next? And have the courage to answer it. So today, we should all celebrate how far we have come, but tomorrow, we should be bold enough to take the next step. The future is not waiting for us to be fearless, it's waiting for us to begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. You and your fellow graduates, please know that you will always have a place at home here. Home is the starting place of love, hopes, and dreams. But the magic thing about home is that it feels good to leave, but it feels even better to come back. Home is where love resides, memories are created, friends always belong, and laughter never ends. So may DSU always feel like home to our graduates, just as it has for me. Now, the heart of any university is the faculty. DSU has an exceptionally unique faculty, individuals who are expert in their chosen disciplines and who also have a strong commitment to and expertise in their subject areas. Our faculty walk side by side with our students every day, often indeed figuratively lifting their students up onto their shoulders so that they may see further ahead than others. It's important to acknowledge our faculty's contributions to today's graduates. So I now ask that all of our Dakota State University faculty stand so we may acknowledge their contributions to today's graduates. Thank you. Dakota State University degrees are authorized by the South Dakota Board of Regents, and we're pleased to have Regent Miles Beacom and Regent Randrew Frederick with us today to officially confer degrees on our graduating students. Regent Beacom and Regent Frederick, the faculty of Dakota State University have determined that the candidates before you have completed or will complete all requirements for the degrees identified. And I am pleased to concur with the recommendation of the faculty. I present these candidates to the Board of Regents for the awarding of degrees.
Well, good morning. Quiet group today. I am Miles Beacom, and on behalf of the South Dakota Board of Regents, it is my honor to welcome you to this commencement ceremony at Dakota State University. Today is a celebration not only of achievement, but of perseverance, determination, and growth. It was 45 years ago, this month, that I walked across this very stage to accept my diploma. Today, you will have the honor to walk across this stage as well, and it truly will be an honor. I'm also proud to state that my daughter Ashley, my son Iman, and Regent Frederick's grandson Tanner will be walking across the stage accepting their diplomas today as well. Graduates, we join your families and friends in congratulating you and sharing in your excitement and pride. Each of you has worked hard to reach this milestone. Your dedication has prepared you to make meaningful contributions in your careers, your communities, and beyond. If I go back 45 years, in my wildest dreams, I would not have imagined to be a member of the South Dakota Board of Regents or the CEO of one of the most successful companies in the Midwest. I encourage and challenge each of you to dream, to chase your dreams with confidence. You are given the tools here to be very, very successful. Never underestimate what you can accomplish. As you leave Dakota State University, carry forward the knowledge, the innovation, the resilience that you have developed here. The world needs commitment to make a difference. Please accept our sincere congratulations and best wishes for a future filled with personal fulfillment and professional success. God bless.
And quite the addition to the Board of Regents he is. Enjoy every meeting that we have, the insight that you possess. It's a great addition, and South Dakota is better off for Miles Beacom being on the Board of Regents. And thank you, Regent Beacom. Graduates, today marks the end and a beginning. Not only are you leaving Dakota State University, but you are equipped with the skills that you need to problem solve, to lead our communities in an ever-changing world. And as President Griffiths started to say, and I want to continue to the faculty, quite a group you are. Thank you so very much. I've worked with some of you, been on a presidential search committee, and we had a great time, and your leadership was astounding. I can only categorize you as erudites. Erudites that give exegetical presentations and lectures day after day after day. My hat's off to you. Well done. And because of you, we have those graduates, and the world is better off for all the work you've done. Thank you so very, very much. On behalf of the Board of Regents, I want to congratulate specifically every one of you. I wish I could, I probably can't, but it's great what you're going through today. It's a fantastic journey, and I can't wait to see, well, we'll be able to see we knew you before you were famous. And now, under the laws of the state of South Dakota and the entire Board of Regents, including Regent Beacom and myself, I authorize you, President Jose Marie Griffiths, the authority to bestow the diplomas unto the graduates who have completed the coursework in the disciplines which they chose. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Regent Beacom and Regent Frederick. Okay, I call upon several individuals to assist with the presentation of diplomas. Ms. Laura Cross and Ms. Abby Chowning, and student marshals Tarrant Fry, Tashfir Habib Purba, Aidan Spicer, and Sojunia Tapu. A number of our remote online students and on-campus students are unable to attend the ceremony in person today. They're joining us by livecast. So we will read all the graduates' names, even if they're not here in the field house. And I know this is very difficult, but I am going to ask you to try and hold your applause until after all the names have been read. And we will give you plenty of time to celebrate that. So now please, let's bring the graduates forward to receive their diplomas.
Will the candidates from the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward? Kofi Regis Oswald Adohinsen. Jennifer L. Schulte. Will the candidates from the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy in Cyber Defense, please come forward? Sunil Arora, LD Herrera, Jason Jenkins, Youssef Mohiuddin Muhammad, David Allen Schrader, Michael Grant Williams. Will the candidates from the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy in Cyber Operations, please come forward? Robert Michael Canestra, Alex Woolman, Eric Wayne Yoakum. Will the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Systems, please come forward? Angel Blanchard. Victor Olatoy Ishola. Lord Becklines. Harsha Samangi. Will the candidates from the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Master of Science in Artificial Intelligence, please come forward? Mason Robert Dana. Komel Subash More. Wyatt Dwayne Olson. Will the candidates from the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Master of Science in Computer Science, please come forward? Jason Michael Bisnet, Cyber Operations. Colin Lee Brugman, Cyber Operations. Cole Michael Drumheller, Artificial Intelligence. Lucas Haar, Artificial Intelligence. Namika Charles Igwe, Artificial Intelligence. Shanna Kahn, Cyber Operations. Samuel Kiefer Kampshoff, Artificial Intelligence. Daryl DeVario Kelly Jr., Cyber Operations. Derek Manzella, Cyber Operations. Cody Nagel, Cyber Operations. Franklin Parker. Juan Manuel Reyna Jr., Cyber Operations. Ashton Alvin Roosh, Cyber Operations. Blake T. Schmidt. Chase N. Stewerwald. Will the candidates from the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Master of Science in Cyber Defense, please come forward? Peyton M. Anderson, Technical. Charles Ugachua Awanau, Security Management and Compliance. Alexander Tristan Billy, Security Management and Compliance. Nicholas Coates, Technical. William Crum, Technical. Ibram Ashraf Helmi Ibrahim, Technical. Easton Ford, Technical. Amelia Rebecca Faith Goheen, Technical. Kevin Goyens, Technical. Aaron Joyner, Technical. Nikhil Kayasta, Technical. Noah Kroll, Technical. Aiden James Larson, Technical. William Lewis Macy III, Technical. Alyssa Nicole May, Technical. Jacob David Page, Security Management and Compliance. Joshua David Pallister. Sandeep Patel, Technical. Ryan Christopher Pizzo, Technical. Robbie Prajapati, Technical. Anna Pratt, Technical. Aaron Benjamin Randolph. Patrick Roger Rao, Technical. Marshall Simmons, Technical. Angela Rose Slattery, Technical. Nicholas Andrew Smith. Tanner Lance Stevens, Technical. Oscar Linus Christopher Walgren, Technical. Julie Ann Wilson, Technical. Will the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Master of Business Administration and General Management, please come forward? Blake D. Duran. Zachary Arthur Evers. Curtis Rodney Flint. Farron Bernadette Gillison. L.D. Herrera. John D. Kirchner. Stephen J. Klekas. Garrett Soren Lyseth. Samuel Richard Olson. Will the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Master of Science in Analytics, please come forward? Michael B. Manker. Taylor R. Stacy. Will the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Master of Science in Analytics and Applied Artificial Intelligence, please come forward? Ashley Danielle Beacom. Amy L. Collins. Christopher D. Elsie. Sneha Kachawa. Benjamin Ryan Luce. Tarun Petavan Katapagari. Oirun Porovdorj. Joshua Lee Reed. Helena Iona Roll. Justin Tyler Tamandong. Sarah Zara Strader. Will the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Master of Science in Health Informatics and Information Management, please come forward? Greystone Tarli Barlu. Anita Barhawaja. Nakyata A. Dean. Will the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Master of Science in Information Systems, please come forward? Sullivan Anye Ade, Cybersecurity. Brian Christopher Cole, Cybersecurity. Lindsay Eileen Crow, General. Danilo De Souza, Analytics. Michelle Lee Elkin, Data Management. James Allen England, Cybersecurity. Anthony Brian Foote, Data Management. Aniket Jha, Analytics. Akash Karki, Cybersecurity. Shahid Manzoor, General. Nancy K. Nguyen, General. Caden Christopher Peterson, Cybersecurity. Will the candidates from the College of Education and Human Performance, Master of Science in Education and Educational Technology, please come forward? Kathleen Wava Ballinger, Educational Technology. Elliot Carmani. Carrington Rose Intringer, Educational Technology. Resti Florenzo Capez, Computer Science and Cyber Education. Andrew Nicholas Griffin, Computer Science and Cyber Education. Grace Lorraine Jurgens, Educational Technology. Charla Catherine Krell. Jason Wade Ludrum, Computer Science and Cyber Education. Tane Harvey Mitchell, Educational Technology. Lindsay Renee Tellinghusen. Sydney Ray Waldner, Educational Technology.
From the College of Arts and Sciences, baccalaureate degree graduates, Brian Issa Aranki. May Badberg. Lucas Scott Barkmeyer. Brooke Elizabeth Beaucaire, cum laude. Julia M. Bush. Hayden R. Chahoy. Devin Nathaniel Christensen. Grace Ann Clark, summa cum laude. Madison Marie Clark, magna cum laude. Michael Allen Crawford, cum laude. Tanner James Cronin. Christopher Carlos Davis. Judah David DePalmo, cum laude. Lily Epp, magna cum laude. Madison Jean Gaikowski, magna cum laude. Brooke Bailey Gunderson. Emily Grace Helgeson, summa cum laude, Beadle Honors Scholar. Reese Thomas Henry, Beadle Honors Scholar. Ashlyn Johnson, summa cum laude, Beadle Honors Scholar. Daniel Lesher, cum laude. Devin Michael Limoges, summa cum laude. Ella McCune Malcolm. Enoch D. Martin, magna cum laude, Beadle Honors Scholar. Jevin E. McNabb. Kiera Justice Miller, magna cum laude. Trissa Marie Morseman. Isabella Mucheknow. Aries Nilsson, summa cum laude. Jacob Lau Penna. Charlie Peterson. Abby Jo Pillin, magna cum laude. David William Province. Cora Jo Redleaf, cum laude. Ryan Matthew Sell. Nico Sereda, cum laude. Dylan Gabriel Sherrard, magna cum laude. Wiley James Shorb, cum laude. Samuel James Smith. Sanjeev Sunak. Griffin Dagmar Turkleton. Mason D. Tilma, magna cum laude. Bradley Kenneth Weedy. Ryan Daniel Wernes, cum laude. The Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, baccalaureate degree recipients. Bryston David Arndt, magna cum laude, Beadle Honors Scholar. Adam Alexander. Hira Ali, summa cum laude. Tanner Allen, cum laude. Ali El Rey. Seth Anderson. Lance Dale Andry. Sylvia Arredondo, magna cum laude. Michael E. Arthur. Joshua Douglas Bauer, magna cum laude. Braden R. Borges, magna cum laude. Colin Paul Bradbury. Ethan Craig Arden Brown. Zachary Tyler Bumpus. Stephen Michael Byrne, summa cum laude. Phoenix Henry James Campbell. Tanner Carolyn. Peter Chapman. Connor J. Cole. Brandon Christopher Cook, magna cum laude. Connor W. Curran. Emma Rose Dom. Sawyer Nathan DeWitt, summa cum laude. Josiah G. Dates. Carson Lynn Driscoll. Tucker Duhan. Carson Douglas Eppard. Luca Ernesti, summa cum laude. Mentesino Fino. Sawyer Leo Free. Kaylee Page Gann, cum laude. Joshua Eldon Ganshow, also graduating with mathematics, summa cum laude. Ann Fernie Garrett, cum laude. Lucas James Gaditz. James Douglas Geiselhart. Raina Ann Gerard, summa cum laude. Jake Michael Goblish, cum laude. Joshua Gok. Thor Gorish, cum laude. Thomas Jane Getz, also receiving associate's degree in network security. Caden Thomas Gortmaker, cum laude. Brian Habbock, summa cum laude. Shaden G. Hiley. Joseph Paul Hammond, magna cum laude. Benjamin Scott Haugen, magna cum laude. Tucker K. Henderson, summa cum laude. Aiden Frederick Hoffs, cum laude. George Hogan III. Dawson Richard Jenegas, magna cum laude. Michael Jensen. Nolan Jensen, magna cum laude. Madison Delane Jokum, magna cum laude. Matthew David Justinano. Austin Joseph Kaiser, cum laude. John Alex Kern. Stuart Donald Kershaw, cum laude. Alexander Kinadov, summa cum laude. Kieran Eugene Klein, magna cum laude. Wyatt Krebs. James R. Kroon, cum laude. Drew Stephen Kursky, magna cum laude. William LaCroix, cum laude. Hal Lamb. Cameron Keith Larson, cum laude. Tyler Jonathan Leesinger. Jack Robert Lennox, cum laude. Nicholas M. Lenson. Aiden Patrick Lewis. Miles Livermont. Christian Kaituski Lore, cum laude. Braden D. Loudon, magna cum laude. Jamie Vicente Luna, cum laude. Matthew J. Maher. Devin Michael Markley, cum laude. Aiden Michael Marsh. Andrew Thomas Masteler. Kodiak McClure, summa cum laude. Arthur Vincent McManus. Waylon McQueen, summa cum laude. Courtney Lynn Meyer. Brendan James Miller. Landon William Moore, summa cum laude, Beadle Honors Scholar. Jeremiah Joseph Moore, magna cum laude. Riley A. Moran. Ansley Morgan Natz, magna cum laude. Douglas Lee Nelson. Eliana Josie Nelson. Thai Tin M. Nguyen. Tyler Nicka, summa cum laude. Addison Neal Nipper, magna cum laude. Isaiah Joshua Nyreen, magna cum laude. Brendan Thomas O'Connor, magna cum laude. Orrin Davis Olson. Caleb A. Ortman, magna cum laude. Jonathan Overstreet. Irina Pecherska Kaya, summa cum laude. Ethan A. Peak. Sarah Peterson. Melissa J. Phillips. Elijah Jared Pomeranke. Colin M. Price. Grace Aaron Rod. Kamara J. Rapp, also graduating Cyber Leadership and Intelligence, magna cum laude. Jacob Daniel Radfer, also receiving Associates Network Security, summa cum laude. Kyler Chad Rasmussen. Jesse Michael Ray. Malachi Dean Reynolds, also receiving Associates Network Security, summa cum laude. Drew Ryan, summa cum laude. Jagger Allen Ronke, cum laude. Elizabeth G. Schmidt. Matthew Scott. Noah Robert Shanuha. Gabriel S. Severs. Ramsey Holland Shirley, cum laude. Cole Christopher Smith, magna cum laude. Ulysses Somariba Delgado, cum laude. Brigitte Spenny, cum laude. Serenity J. Spielman. Davy Mackenzie Stanton, magna cum laude. Jason A. Strader. Justin Tempest Suarez. Joseph Alexander Taylor. Logan A. Taylor, summa cum laude. Jonah S. Teeley, summa cum laude. Gabrielle J. Thompson, cum laude. William Matthew Tilstra, magna cum laude. Caleb Todd, magna cum laude. Andrew Edwin Tonsiger, magna cum laude. Serena Natia Vandenhoover. Benjamin Zachary Vleem, magna cum laude. Tanner John Wade. Ryan Daniel Werness, cum laude. Marissa Williams. Nicholas James Wise, magna cum laude. Jacob C. Warner, magna cum laude. Mark A. Young, cum laude. Brock Allen Zerpel. The College of Business and Information Systems baccalaureate degree graduates. DeWitt Gurma Abib, cum laude. Dylan G. Bullock. Callie Grace Bowman. Cole Michael Cartwright. Alex David Ersland, magna cum laude. Nuhamin Yared Friisa, cum laude. Seth Gregory Goversky. Nathan Cole Gerke. Shakira Bree Garonenthal. Dylan Joseph Host. Mackenzie Lee Hunt, summa cum laude. Nicholas James Carver, cum laude. Abby Marie Kerr, summa cum laude. Tyler Ronald Getland. Quinlan Paul Klein, cum laude. Dylan Keith Langrock, magna cum laude. Maddie Marie Langrock. Iman Legacy. Brittany Lynn Luz. Chase William Marshall. Sophia C. May, magna cum laude. Shauna Michelle McFarland. Tori Seaver Miller. Ashton Rodney Olivier. Casey J. Olson, summa cum laude. Brian Timothy Page. Aiden Wayne Perry. Samuel J. Sather. Waylon Daly Syme. Andrew Lowell Smith, also graduating in mathematics, magna cum laude. Madeline May Silva. Tabor K. Teal, summa cum laude. Gonzalo Alejandro Valencia Lucha. Michaela Weymouth. The College of Education and Human Performance baccalaureate degree graduates. Gage Lynn Monroe Arnold. Cammie Lorraine Bearkiller. Darren James Berg. Veronica Bergeron, cum laude. Rhett Harold Bertram. Sydney Paige Bosquet. Samantha Josephine Buza. Macy Ann Marie Bricker, cum laude. Tara Louise Broughton, magna cum laude. Julia Ray Bullerman. Jeannie Marie Bolchi, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ashley Candela. Abby G. Clark, magna cum laude. Briley May Corrigan. Ellie Ray DeVries, magna cum laude. Melanie Jane DeJong. Jenna R. Didi, magna cum laude. Dalton C. Dubois. Caitlin Jane Dyer, magna cum laude. Christine Elverson. Caden Kenneth Eng. Gabrielle Nadine England. Cade Marvin Gross. Janae Marie Hall. Brooke Christine Haman. Cameron J. Hansen, magna cum laude. Lacey Hanslick, magna cum laude. Danielle Hartog. Deanna Marie Hasty. Emily Renee Huron, magna cum laude. Samantha Jo Hemmingson. Madison Marie Henkel. Catherine L. Hintz. Blake A. Hofer, cum laude. Andrea K. Holstein. Willie Roy Hutchins. Carissa Angelina Johnson. Bailey M. Katzer, cum laude. Brooke Katzer, magna cum laude. Jace P. Kelly. Kelly Lynn Knable. Carla Ann Knutson. Emily Labarge. Thomas Lace. McKenna May Lambert. Kobe Leisinger. Sadie Lindeman. Haley Rose Matheny. Teresa Lynn Mazzocchio. Hannah Nicole McFarland. Megan Ann Milstead. Simon G. Moore, cum laude. Tia Allen Murray. Lisa Olson, magna cum laude. Megan Gail Olson. Michelle Lynn Ovo, cum laude. Lucinda Ann Overweg, cum laude. Monica Paris. Cole D. Paulson, summa cum laude. Becky Jo Petrick, magna cum laude. Tanya Pfeiffer. Emma Marie Wojcicki, summa cum laude. Amanda B. Ratterman, cum laude. Christina Marie Rendell, cum laude. Mercedes Rose Roberts. Lindsay Ann Roth, summa cum laude. Morgan Lee Salanoa. Gus Sanford, cum laude. Melanie Marie Schulte, cum laude. Colby Dwight Scott. Xander Kane Sheehan. Caitlin Elise Smith. London Marie Spalding, cum laude. Danielle Ann Starts, cum laude. Danielle Ray Stearns, magna cum laude. Jasmine Rose Steamkin, cum laude. Mabel Ann Stiglmeyer. Elizabeth Telford. Alexandra Tracy. Emily Ann Troyan, summa cum laude. Mason Ellie Usselman. Blake Van Regenmortender. Christina Leanne Voigt. Scott William Wagner. Tara Dawn Wallman, magna cum laude. Chanel Lynn Waugh, cum laude. Benjamin Michael Witt, magna cum laude. Kelsey Beth Wolmuth, magna cum laude. Jordan Jean Zerpa, summa cum laude. Interdisciplinary majors baccalaureate degree recipients. Josie Bartelt, cum laude. Stephen Michael Burns, summa cum laude. Daphne Day, also graduating Associates in Business Analytics. Takesha Love Enya. Colin James Grimmel. Jack L. Hemmen, also receiving Associate's Science in Business Management. Tyler John Hoffman. Brianne Johnson, magna cum laude. Kobe Leisinger. Teresa A. Meyer. Noah McCant. Zachary P. Sinke. Nicholas Charles Smith, Jr. Zane Mitchell Tucker. And the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences Associate Degree recipients: Austin Lawrence Belden, Caleb James Byrne with honor, Grant Gibson, Justin R. Hawk, Brad Lee Jones, Lucas Robert Keller, Hayden Troy Olson with honor, Evelyn Yanina Patino Cabezas. The College of Business and Information Systems Associate Degree recipients: Rita Actor, Angela Jean Eggleston with high honor, Lacey May Fink, Brenly Chrislyn Gable, Andrew Carroll Hesse, Mitchell Rosane, Angela D. Smith, Amy Catherine Beyer. Interdisciplinary majors, associate degree recipients: Dina K. Feller, Andrew Carroll Hesse, Julia Victoria Maldonado, Lindsay Aaron Ring.
I was just feeling the moment. Sorry. So, would all the graduates please rise? By the authority vested in me by the South Dakota Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you are entitled, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Members of this spring 2026 graduating class, we celebrate your accomplishments. You may now move your tassels from your right to your left, and as you do so, I invite all in attendance to join me in applauding your success. That's the fun part, right? Thank you. You were all very disciplined. There were a few hoots and hollers here and there, but you did really well. I appreciate it. There's one group present that we haven't yet recognized today. Would all the DSU alumni please stand and be recognized and give yourselves a round of applause? You all are alumni now. Those of you who've graduated are now alumni, so you can stand. Thank you. Just thought I'd make that clear. It's now my pleasure to call upon Mr. Braxton Lacker, representing your Dakota State University Alumni Association, to welcome today's graduates as alumni of the university.
Hello, welcome. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Keep that round of applause going. Fantastic job. You now enter part of an exclusive committee of over 17,000 active alumni that represent all 50 states of the United States and 19 countries across the world. We have doctors, lawyers, cybersecurity professionals, government workers, military professionals, all you can imagine part of our Alumni Association. And I'm happy to call you a Dakota State University graduate, alumni, and forever a Trojan. This last week, I attended the AI Expo on AI, and we were there to help recruit students. But everyone I came across had both a dream, and with that dream, they took a risk. From giant CEOs to founders of companies to students looking for their next educational journey, everyone had a dream. Those who take the risk achieve their dream. So dream big, but take giant risks. Those risks could be small risks, they could be big risks. They're risks that you'll never know, but once you take them, you'll forever be grateful. The risk you took on DSU paid off today when you walked across the stage to receive your diploma. Lastly, I want you to think of a mentor, a parent, a faculty member, someone that you really care about. Think of all those mentors that have helped you along the way. You now have a built-in 17,000 mentors, people that have done this before, people that have walked your journey. Rely on those mentors. Lean on your parents. Come back, talk to your faculty. Join your fellow alumni at alumni events. Lastly, we handed out 2 things today to all graduates. The first one is a pin. This pin, wear with pride. You now carry the Trojan D forever with you on your chest. But not only on your chest, but in your heart. And the last thing we handed out was a DSU commemorative challenge coin. Carry that with you. Know the challenges that will come with your life that are ahead. And remember to take those risks. On behalf of the DSU Alumni Association, I welcome you. And we are so excited to call you proud Trojans, DSU graduates, and DSU alumni. Thank you.
Before we conclude, I'd also like to thank those who worked behind the scenes to make this happen, and a special thank you to interpreter Julie Pallock. So thank you, all of those standing at the back, behind the scenes. Now, I'd like to ask that we take a couple of moments to savor this occasion. So graduates, or should I say new alumni, this is a significant milestone in your lives and in the launching of your careers on various trajectories of success. We don't know where your paths will lead you as you leave Dakota State, but we do know that they will be wider and rich with greater success and experiences than had you never attended DSU. So as you leave, I challenge you to take with you the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained in your coursework and extracurricular activities. I challenge you to stay in touch with the people who've been significant to you during this time. Those relationships will shape your lives in ways you may not yet see or understand, but they are important, and you need to continue to nurture them, if only from a distance. And most of all, I challenge you to fulfill the DSU mission and be lifelong learners, problem solvers, innovators, and leaders who live lives of positive purpose and consequence.
Good morning. We're going off script a little bit this morning. This commencement is particularly special. Not only do you get to graduate or watch your student graduate, but you get to experience the final commencement delivered by our president, Jose Marie Griffiths. She is concluding a remarkable 11-year career as DSU's president, where she has transformed the university with our faculty and staff to be a cyber powerhouse. In June, her title will shift to chancellor, and she will redirect her considerable talent to launching our research work in Sioux Falls. Her career has exemplified our mission. She has unequivocally led a life of positive purpose and consequence. It would mean so much to me if you would stand and congratulate her on her final commencement.
Thank you all. Thank you very, very much. So, families and friends, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Dakota State University, I thank you all for attending this commencement. To conclude it, I ask that the entire audience rise for the singing of the Alma Mater by Campus Visit Coordinator Rose O'Brien. And then after the singing, please remain in your seats until after the recessional. Thank you all very, very much.
On the eastern plains of South Dakota, where the sunshine is ever near, there's a college we are proud to honor, whose name to us is dear. Cheer her on to victory, now your voices raise, for her colors blue and bold sing praise. Dakota State University, Dakota State University, true and loyal to thy name forever, nothing from our hearts thy love can sever. Hail to thee, our college, may your spirits live, our alma mater, DSU. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led by those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
But then I guess we know there's blame to share,
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet like a ship as it passes
by
the
a wind of the
sun.
sea,
Like a stream that meets
like
a
a sea dropped by
boulder
a bird
halfway
in
through
the
the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you,
because I knew you,
because I knew you, I have been changed for good. I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road takes you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. And if it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And when you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones you love and the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never forget, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find some grace in every mistake and always give more than you take.